Hi, Bruno from RVing TV here, and today we're going to take a look at a Coleman Ultralight. This is a 2955 RL. It is a couples unit that is a double slide, weighs in at 7,120 pounds, and has a cargo capacity of 2,520 pounds. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to thank Bella Vista RV. I'll just pan across their lot to show you some of their inventory. I'd like to say thank you to Bella Vista RV as we're on site, and they've given us access to a few of their trailers. So check back soon for more videos on a variety of units. But I thought the last few videos we've done were more bunk oriented type models, a little bit smaller, lighter weight, and I thought it was time we take a look at a larger couples unit and see what kind of features it brings. Now, I haven't looked at a Coleman Ultralight in a long time, so this will be an interesting video to walk through and take a look at what Coleman has been doing over the last little while. So if you like the video, please make sure you click the like button. That does help us out for visibility, and feel free to subscribe. We'd love to have you as a subscriber, and if you hit the bell below, you'll be notified of new videos as they're posted on great trailer reviews as well as parts and automotive reviews. So back to the 2955 RL. This is a double slide unit with a fiberglass skin and an aluminum frame. Built to be lighter weight but larger, so you can have a lot of living space and a number of amenities. Let's take a little look outside at some of the features that Coleman is doing these days. So very popular with many manufacturers is the power tongue jack. It is here. We are set up for 2 bottles for propane, as well as our space up front for our battery, and you could get 2 batteries fitted in there if you like. Now, I do like trailers that have the large stone guard, so that if you are getting a little bit off the beaten path, a little harder to do with a large unit, but still can be done, or you're getting into more rustic areas, then that larger guard will keep stones from flying up and hitting your molded cap. You'll notice we have some nice LED lights here as well, and that just gives a nicer finish overall. I do really like the graphics on this Coleman, and we have large storage doors on both sides. They are magnetic catches, and you'll notice nice and large and full pass-throughs with a nice clean finish. And we've got an LED light strip in here as well. You'll notice that little box says griddle, and I believe that griddle is going to hang right over here. So it's a nice feature because on a number of couples units, you typically don't get the griddles or the barbecues, so it is here. This trailer is also a 50 amp trailer, and we'll take a closer look inside at some of those features. You'll notice the aluminum that supports the bed. Let's take a look at some of the other great amenities. We have power stabilizer jacks front and back. For our griddle, we have our propane hookup here, and that's nice and convenient. And if you prefer not to have a griddle, you want a barbecue, that can be used for your barbecue as well. We have a really nice skirting, and rather than being a flat skirting, it does have a bit of a texture in here, which really gives it a nice look, something different. Of course, we have the Lippert solid steps. I really like these steps. The reason I like them is they're very sure-footed for going up and down, especially if you happen to have any knee or hip issues. And I can attest to that. I have a little bit of a knee issue, and sometimes those steps that flex, if I'm going in and out multiple times in a day, I can feel it on my knee. With these steps, they're very solid, they're not flexing on you. So that's a great feature. You'll also notice by the holes on the legs that the legs are individually adjustable. So if the ground was a little uneven, we're lucky here it's very flat and even as we're sitting on paving, but if it was uneven, you could actually set each leg slightly different from the other. Now, a couple little features while we're here that I'm going to point out that's a great thing to look for. Here you can see we have our slide, and what I want to get to and show you that's really important, that I like what I'm seeing, they have a splash guard here. This seems so simple, but so many manufacturers do not do this. And what that is there for is you do have seals on your slide out. So when your slide out is in, it seals. But imagine driving down the road at 80 or 100 kilometers an hour on a heavy rain day, how fast that water is coming up off those tires and splashing at the bottom of your slide. What these splash guards do is they direct a lot of water away from the slide seals to give you an extra peace of mind, extra assurance. So if you're out shopping around and you're not aware of it, take a look on the trailer you're looking at. Have your salesperson point it out. The Coleman has them here. That's a great feature, going to save you a lot of headaches in the really heavy rain days. We have outside speakers, nice large windows. I always like to point out large windows because you want lots of natural light. We have a TV hookup back here with power plugs, and then again our rear jacks are power. The awning is a full power awning with the large LED light strip. We have our spare tire, again large windows, and then there's our Furrion camera prep, so it's ready to go, very easy to install. If you're curious, take a look at our Furrion unboxing. It's a very similar system but much easier. Our city water and our cable connection is back here, and our outside shower. So nice to be able to clean up a bike or rinse off the grandkids. Vent for our cooktop and a nice large window, so that tells us we'll have a lot of light in the cooking area. Of course, our furnace and our water heater and our black tank flush, and then our dumps are located here, nice and easy to get to. You're not having to climb underneath a slide to get to them. There's our opposite side of our storage, and we've made our way around. So since we've made our way around, let's take a look inside at some of the great features of this 2955RL, and this is a 2022 model. So as we come in, first thing you'll notice, your control panel is right at the front. And this water heater is gas electric. So for those of you that are new to the industry, you should be asking for gas electric water heater. Gives you a higher refresh rate, especially if you have a few people coming through or you like a little bit hotter shower. Now let's walk inside. First thing you'll notice, you can't help notice, the nice big center island with the large farmhouse sink. So let's start here and we'll come around this side. You'll notice good storage is what I picked up on. We've got a power plug on this side. And actually, let's take a look. Most trailers don't. There we go. We have two power plugs, one on each side. That's great to see because a number of trailers I've been through in the past would have it on one side versus the other. Since we're talking island, kitchen, prep, etc., we have additional counter space here, which is great to put a toaster oven, put your Nespresso or Keurig machine. We have 3 large drawers for storage. I like that the microwave is here off to the side, so someone could be cooking, someone could be helping to prep, have items in the microwave, and you're not tripping over each other. And then that's surrounded by storage. Nice large double door fridge. Now this is the traditional Dometic fridge, so this will be a propane electric. And these days, both the propane electric as well as the 12-volt fridges are very efficient. It really comes down to personal preferences. If you do a lot of boondocking, this is slightly better, but they've gotten to a point where they're very similar. Now over our kitchen prep area, again, we have 3 cabinets for storage. There's our range hood that we saw the vent outside. We have good countertop space and our 3 burners with the glass top. So if you're not cooking inside, you know, I'll step back and just take a look at the amount of counter space you get. Now, sorry, I'm just reaching over. Over here, we have some USBs and a couple of plugs, which is a great little feature. And then down below, more storage. We have 2 drawers. Up top, we have a couple of cabinets here that are nice and deep. Great spot to put pots and pans, and a pots and pan drawer that's nice and deep as well. Never mind, again, just a reminder, we have this great storage under the island, and it's nice and deep and very usable. A couple of drawers as well. However, that's not the end of it in this unit. I was really surprised. We have really good pantry space here. And then I noticed something when I did my pre-video walkthrough. I always like to just come in and if I need to unlock something because I'm working one-handed, I like to do that. But you start coming into the living area and there's the beautiful fireplace, and yes, it does throw heat. So on those chilly mornings or chilly evenings, you can run that instead of running your furnace, because sometimes the furnace will just make the unit too hot. There's our TV and our media center. But I noticed, oh, there was this little clasp. So I unclasped it and opened her up. And lo and behold, to my surprise, and I've seen this done on a couple of units, but not the same way. It's typically been done in a corner where you've got to have a little more space. I've never seen it in the slide. And there we have this massive pantry. I'm going to call it a pantry, but it's a multi-storage unit. And what's kind of hard to see, so I'll put my fingers here, the shelves all have really good lips, like they're 2.5 fingers deep. That means the gear you put there is going to stay there. And it really gives you a lot of storage space. So if you really like to cook, you want to take a unit like this down south, you want to take a mixer or some bigger appliance, you can do that. You want to put different dry goods, etc. in here, you can do that. It's just overall a really great idea. Then as we spin around, we have a futon style sofa. So it's not a trifold, it is a futon folding flat. But Coleman's done something neat. I have to admit, I really liked it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to reach over here, pop the little switch, and you'll notice that the sofa actually has a footrest on it. So it's not a recliner, but it is meant that you could sit back, pop up the footrest, and just really enjoy the lounging, while if you're the owner, I'd be sitting in the reclining chairs. Or if you're very kind, when people come to visit me, I tend to give up my recliner for them, so I can still sit in comfort. Plus, as we mentioned, there's a handle here for lifting the sofa up. Now, when you lift the sofa, you'll notice there's a lot of storage space down here. And this is a well-kept secret that a lot of people don't think about when they buy a trailer or they're shopping for a trailer. So look, not all sofas will do this, but look at the amount of storage that you have. So you could put comforters, you could put games, you could get Rubbermaid containers and put different items down there. Now, one thing I haven't talked about yet, they're Thomas Paine. They're using Thomas Paine furniture. Thomas Paine has had A really great name for furniture. Been known for residential furniture, and here it is in this Coleman. I do like the dinette here. The rounded corners are really neat, where normally you'd see sharp corners. It does convert for sleeping. It's a good depth for sitting and sleeping. And then we have a little bit, I don't know if you noticed that, just flicked it on and off. The under dinette lighting, which is nice at night. You could just turn that on, have that little bit of ambiance if you don't want to have a bunch of lights on. And again, as I mentioned, take a look, and we have windows everywhere. Nice large windows letting lots of light in. Even on the end of the slide, you'll see window and window. Now our slide windows are fixed windows at the ends, but super large sliders in between. Let's take a little walk up. Let's take a look at our bedroom area. We have a nice large queen bed. And one thing that I did like is there are drawers on the sides. So not only do you have the night table, but you have the actual drawer. So if I did want to take my glasses, pop them in the drawer because I flail with my hands at night, I don't. But if I was that type of person, I could put them away. Also great for more storage. You'll notice the USBs down at the end, and they're on both sides, which is just a nice touch. And then we have power plugs here as well. Good storage underneath the bed. And you'll notice I've let go. We've got shocks. How many manufacturers have gotten away over the last 10 years not putting shocks that you're holding this up with your shoulders? So we have nice deep storage that we can get into. Of course, a foam mattress. We have wardrobes on both sides and storage above. And the wardrobes are nice and deep with hanging, and the storage is nice and deep. Now, a little thing I noticed as well is we've got storage in the corner. A few years ago, this trend was started by Cruiser RV and their shadow cruisers. And I see here that Coleman is now taking advantage. So look at the wardrobe space in there. That's just fantastic. Of course, there's prep for the TV. And if you've watched a few of my videos, they are taking advantage of the screened emergency window and the slider on that side for cross ventilation. And as we look up, we've got a vent here as well. Now, we have a nice large AC. However, I will make a note, they are using both sides of the AC, but in different areas. So you'll notice we have a single run here, and then a single run down on that side. Very good, but you know, there are some variations, as you've heard in a few videos. LED lights throughout, and we've got really good clearance. I do like the tones and the colors that they've used in the wood, the gray tones with the white cabinets with the gray tones. Something I think they did really well is they went with the darker stainless steel, that gray stainless steel for the sink, rather than the traditional stainless steel. Really finishes off the unit nicely. And then the design they've used for the backsplash right around, you know, very elegant looking. So I have to say I'm very pleased. Coleman, I can tell you from, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, has really stepped up their game. Looks like a really nice unit. You have Dutchman as the manufacturer. Coleman, always a great well-known brand, and they've really stepped up what they're trying to deliver to consumers. Still very value oriented, which is nice. Value usually means you get a fair amount for your money, which, as I've walked you through this trailer, you can see there's a lot of value here with all the storage they've incorporated, fireplace, flat screen TVs, the furniture, the recliners. You know, if you're in the market for a singles unit that you're going to spend a lot of time in, this 2955 looks pretty good. I have to give it a thumbs up. Looks very nice. And being that it's 7,120 pounds, also is not going to mean that you need to have a massive pickup truck. So when you load this unit up, you'll still be in a very good weight class. So I want to say thank you again to Bella Vista RV for giving us some time and some keys to look at a few units, especially this 2955 RL Coleman Ultralight. For more information on what they carry with Coleman, visit their website at www.bellavistarv.com. I'll put a link below to make it easy so that you can click and go to their website, take a look what they have, and give them a call. You'll be very happy with their customer service. If you like the video, please click the like button. It does help give us some visibility with YouTube in their recommendations. Please subscribe. We are trying to push past the 10,000 subscriber mark, and if you hit the bell, you'll be notified of more RV reviews, as well as you can look for product reviews both for camping and just lifestyle in general, and some automotive reviews coming as well. Bruno from RVing TV saying thank you to you for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to Bella Vista for their time and access to their units. Make sure that you're living life to the fullest. Take care.